All right, guys, so it's in. We have the mountain parts order. So I will be placing another order soon for all the water, but for right now we have all of the mountain pieces, hopefully that we'll need. So let's just get right into building with it. All right, major problem, guys. So as we were building, we barely got any progress done. The table snapped. So I'll show you under here. Yeah, one of our tables broke, so we got to go fix that before we can make any more progress. So that kind of sucks, but we'll get right back into the video and right back into building once I get this sorted. But we just might not as get much progress as I thought we would today. All right, guys, so this is the halfway point for the mountain, sort of. So this is the shorter half done, and then we still have, all of this to do for this episode. So we'll try to get as much of it done as possible. I don't think I'll get the whole thing done this episode, but we'll get a decent chunk out of it. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna start on this side and we'll see how far we get. Alright guys, so for the rest of the video, we're going to be doing something that I've never tried on this channel before, but we are going to be army building. So as you can see, we have a ton of clones in reserve. However, I bought a bunch more packs for us to open of the clone battle pack, as well as one of the bark speeder sets. So I'm going to be putting together those for the remainder of this episode. We're not going to really be building the sets. I just want the figures, the droids, and of course maybe some of the staff speeders. And then we're going to cannibalize everything else for parts because I have a ton of those bark speeders. I built 9 of them. I might just build an even 10, and then the 5 other ones we just cannibalize for rock work and whatever we think. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right guys, so off camera I plated this off just to get a general idea of what it's going to look like and the height that I need. Made these supports to that height so we can continue, because we do need to build a mountain facing this way. And then of course I built this, which is just showing me the backdrop of the waterfall. We don't need the fancy detailed mountain like this here if there's nothing to see, because there's a giant waterfall. So this is where the mountain ends. It's just like a kind of visual reminder. And then of course, this is the height it needs to be. So it's just kind of easy to build up to that. And then the rest of this episode will be finishing in this area and hopefully that area, kind of just making everything connect. And then the following episode will be trying to work on this mountain face. So without further ado, let's hurry up and get going with the rest of the mountain building. Alright guys, so that is going to round out today's episode. I know I didn't get as far as I said I would, but we need to save some building for other episodes. So for the remainder of the episode, I just wanted to take time to kind of show you the progress of how the mountain's been looking. And probably some things you didn't even notice. So if we look at the old mountain, you can see all these holes here, here, here. They're pretty much everywhere. Like, they're black, so they, because it's dark, so they kind of match in, but at the same time, they're everywhere, and they don't really fit in, and honestly, not my proudest moment. However, it was my first time ever building a mountain, so all things considered, I think it went great. But then, of course, we look at the new mountain, and everything is completely sealed, airtight, and I just think it looks so much better. So that's just one thing I wanted to go over. And so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.